Finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Back here!
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy, guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A deadly guys. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natalie. Thank you.
Trevor, singiron na kan Dave. Di Dave pinay kabit.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcraft, some seeds, and...
A new wand.
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Merlin, blooming bit. Not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try.
Let's give this one a try.
Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are.
Alis! Go!
Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Ang bulok naman itsura. Kasi ba nyo nakita? Sige.
How intriguing.
Ito to. Gusto ko tayo.
Curious indeed.
Parang Elder Wand naman to.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing. Ah, phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong sense of initiative.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Oliver.
I'll let you get to it. Do come.
Bist. Punta. Saan pupunta kasi? Ano banda? Potion, Storm Scrolls, Magic Key. May potions yung gusto ko. May potions. Potions.
Never seen so many brooms.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. and this is J. Pippin's potion. You'll have read it on the sign. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the... I set your things aside. Is it not the most fascinating art to potion make?
Are potions really that versatile?
They may... As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes. I also offer ready-made drafts for all. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one.
Well, bravo. Name's Timothy Teasdale. I keep the cart out.
I suppose not.
But what's... Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Tampalayin. Sipsin natin. Takaw. Di ba kumakyat? Shortcut ka pa. Ito, may dito.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then. Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest. Of course, it is not without complexity. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown.
And I, too, see in it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring, but I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. A potting table and a...
I believe so, sir.
Good. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
What?
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Galang ka muna. Ayan, taas na natin. Yung saan yung broom? Sports nila. Ito. Ano pala dapat?
Revelio.
Saan kasi? Ano kaya ko sabihin dito? Ah. Ikaw. Gago.
I have everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favorite shop.
We should walk.
Danger, danger.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Target vintage.
Are we weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We have to wear him down!
Ay, hindi ako makatadge. Ba't ganun?
Levioso.
What was that?
I was trying to beat him at his own game.
I like it. Do more of it.
Target.
Expelliarmus. Erecto momentum. Look, he's faltering.
Took him long enough.
We need to make sure he stays that way. Expelliarmus.
Accio.
Sino kang barbaris?
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
Madeline's
We were
beard.
glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course,
The
officer.
Paro.
Singer. Officer Singer. And
Revelio. Reparo.
Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Levioso. Revelio.
you can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Reparo. Good as new. Revelio. Reparo.
Galing ko. Wala ng bahay. Saan pa?
Reparo.
Bigyan niya ako pagkain.
We were just talking about you.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state. Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. I own Gladrag's wizardwear and a monk, and as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous...
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we? Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. Shall we head to the Three Broomsticks?
Sounds like a good idea.
I sell even more battle-worthy items, should you be inclined. You're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the Three Broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lord Gok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle. I am certainly glad, Cyril.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to... Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the...
Speaking of astronomy, I'm surprised you're not fixated on Venus, the amount of time you spend talking about to meet the car.
In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish. Professor Anai seems so logical. I don't understand how she believes the things she teaches.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver! Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
What are you up to now?
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
If only a new student would help me.
Merlin spell.
toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you, Praxia Mole? As long as we're only one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment jar.
Glad you can make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's
How does cross wands work exactly?
you show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist and...
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed wands, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Act like a winner!
Accio. Levioso. Protego.
Expulso!
Come on.
Expulso!
Give 'em all four!
Levioso. Accio.
Expulso!
There goes my wager.
Come on.
Protego.
Defendo!
Levioso.
You're better than that!
Confringo!
Expulso!
That's all you've got?
Levioso. Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work! Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up.
Brilliant.
In fact, the second duel is ready when you are.
I'm Troubleshoot.
And
Welcome
as
back
a
to another
fully
video. In this quick guide, I'll be
initiated
showing you how
member,
to optimize
you know,
Hogwarts
very good way
Legacy.
to master spell
In the description down
combinations.
below, you'll find video
Again,
guides
congratulations
for
on your
Windows,
first
NVIDIA,
crossed wands
and more
victory.
to
Well
optimize your
fought.
PC even further to get even higher
Hope to
performance.
see you back
This
here
guide's
again.
only going to focus on changing around settings in-game to get you a better experience. If you have a really powerful GPU, really designed around AI 4080 or 4090 or 30 or 20 series, you'll probably be more than happy with the performance that this game gives you out of the box. I have a 3080 Ti, so it more than happily brute forces its way through this game. And of course, most areas that you navigate into, as open as they appear, are oftentimes just more simply rendered, so you're not actually pushing through that much. Inside, especially when you're running around Hogwarts, there's barely any FPS drops other than those when you're running into new areas. I tried to come outside here to maybe lose a few FPS, but I really didn't go below 60 pretty much at all, except when running in between large different areas of the castle. Obviously, there's lots to this game. I've gone through the introduction, and there as well, it didn't seem to drop below 50-ish FPS, Now, that being said, when you're opening and closing certain menus, your FPS will oftentimes drop to the low 20s or 30s, even on such a powerful graphics card. The first thing you'll want to do before you start optimizing or anything at all is disable VSync so you can get an accurate representation of what kind of FPS you're getting. Hit escape at any time, then open up settings, and on the tab with a cogwheel on the screen, this is the display options section. From windowed mode, you'll want to select full screen if that's available to you. However, I only have windowed and windowed full screen here, so windowed full screen is the best option for me. Though being windowed full screen and not true full screen, I'm not able to change my resolution here except for in Windows. Once you have that option set as best you can, scroll down to VSync, make sure that this is turned off, and change the frame rate from 60 all the way up to uncapped at the very top to get the most accurate representation of what FPS you're getting. I'll close the menu, wait for the menu closing FPS drop to subside, and just like that in this area here, I'm getting, let's look this way, I'm getting around 70 to 80 FPS with the normal default configuration of everything all the way to the max. The one thing that will mainly gain you tons of FPS if it's enabled is turning off ray traced reflections, shadows, ambient occlusion, and lowering the ray tracing quality or lowering the ray tracing quality should you choose to keep any of these enabled. I'll be turning all of these off, click apply, though do note you will need. And just like that in this area here, I'm getting, let's look this way, I'm getting around 70 to 80 FPS with the normal default configuration of everything all the way to the max. The one thing that'll mainly gain you tons of FPS if it's enabled is turning off ray traced reflections, shadows, ambient occlusion, and lowering the ray tracing quality or lowering the ray tracing quality should you choose to keep any of these enabled. I'll be turning all of these off, click apply, though do note you will need to restart your game. I enabled these, didn't restart my game, so it won't have any effect here as it wasn't on to begin with. Upscale type, you should definitely choose NVIDIA DLSS if you have a compatible RTX NVIDIA graphics card. If you don't, or you have AMD, choose AMD FSR2 here for the next best upscaler. Now there are a few other options here such as Intel XeSS for Intel graphics cards and NVIDIA NIS, though that won't gain you too many FPS. You should rather stick to FSR2 or DLSS at the very top for the best upscaling, which keeps a good quality and also gains you a ton of FPS in general. Upscale mode, the more you push this towards performance versus quality, the lower the rendering resolution of your game will be and the more AI will have to try and upscale to make it fit your monitor. If you push this towards performance, you'll notice a drastic gain in FPS, however a drastic loss in graphic quality as well. Usually it's not too bad until you start pushing it far towards the performance side, where you'll start to notice some really bad graphical glitches appearing and disappearing. For example, here's FSR2 at quality. Standing here, I'm getting a solid high 70 FPS. If I go back to settings and instead change this to ultra performance, for example, you'll see my rendering resolution is dropped to just merely 30% of my actual resolution here. You'll usually see a huge increase in FPS. Obviously, I'm up near the upper limits anyways, so I won't gain too much, but you can see a huge decrease in quality around the facial features and things like that. Otherwise, this game still looks really, really good. There's just a bit of weird blurring around my character. This is AMD FSR2 Ultra Performance. If we head back to settings and instead change it to DLSS Ultra Performance, you'll see negligible difference. These are two really good, really high quality upscalers, both FSR and DLSS. If you don't like the blurry effect, crank up the sharpness. Is AMD here? You'll usually see a huge increase in FPS. Obviously, I'm up near the upper limits anyways, so I won't gain too much, but you can see a huge decrease in quality around the facial features and things like that. Otherwise, this game still looks really, really good. There's just a bit of weird blurring around my character. This is AMD FSR2 Ultra Performance. If we head back to settings and instead change it to DLSS Ultra Performance, you'll see negligible difference. These are two really good, really high quality upscalers, both FSR, DLSS. If you don't like the blurry effect, crank up the sharpness here. Usually you'll want to have this around 30-ish% or 0.3 for the best quality while not having things too sharp. That fixes up quite a bit of detail on the blurry edges around objects and people. What I'd recommend you to do is to choose either FSR2 or DLSS, crank it to quality.
Revelio.
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian. I know.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio. Levioso.
Next time, perhaps.
Lumos. Accio.
Keep trying. Excellent form.
Levioso.
That's it.
Accio. Levioso.
That was something.
Levioso. Levioso. Accio.
Nicely done. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fit.
Ano ayusin to?
Otherwise balanced for more performance. Sharpness, somewhere around 30-ish% is pretty good. Now, would I recommend playing with no upscaler? Well, no. There's TAA Low, High, and NVIDIA DLAA. Both TAA High and NVIDIA DLAA give you the same performance, roughly, at least on higher-end cards. TAA High, I'm getting around 50-ish FPS. DLAA 70, though earlier it was in the lower 60s. There we go, it's jumping around. And TAA Low should give you the best performance if you don't want to use an upscaler. Weird, I'm stuck at around 40-ish, 50-ish FPS once more, but I think it's just a little bit confused. TAA Low should give you the best performance out of any anti-aliasing mode here, though once again I'd just recommend sticking to DLSS or FSR quality. If you leave it on auto, your
is the
PC
next round
will
of
try and
crossed ones all
automatically
set?
pick what's best
Why,
for you,
yes, it
and I
is.
think as well
I've got a
likely
great match
switch
lined
between
up.
different resolutions
for another
to
round?
upscale while you're playing for better performance. And 0.33 is good enough. Frame generation fills
I'm
in
ready.
missing frames
Let's
whenever
do it.
things are really
Brilliant.
laggy, but you'll
Are you
need
dealing
an
with a
NVIDIA
partner?
DLSS compatible graphics card and the
Yes,
Windows Hardware
Sebastian.
Accelerated
Then let's
GPU
get to it.
scheduling enabled. You can find that with Start, opening up settings,
Ready to
align
get
across
thrashed?
to display, then all the way down to graphics, change default graphics
Apologies in
settings, and in
advance.
here we can enable or disable hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. You'll need that on and a restart of your PC before you can mess around with the frame generation option here. If you like NVIDIA Reflex low latency and you think it gives you more responsiveness, then you can turn this to on. If you have a much lower end CPU, set this to on plus a boost for the same effect. VSync, definitely off, frame rate uncapped, recording with FPS or streaming, FPS you're getting, to the graphics card available, or OBS and software to use. Say you're getting maybe 80-ish FPS, 275, or 60, for example. HDR is completely hardware enabled, but you can have time of HDR is just your preference. You'll mess around with brightness and I think a few other options. HDR is just brightness, and that's fine. Field of view, this is your preference. Obviously, you may gain or lose some FPS depending on what you set this to, but all in all, being a
Glad I didn't
single-player
better
game,
you that
you'll
round.
definitely want the
Let's
best
go again.
experience for you, even if it costs you a few FPS.
I'll give it
Motion
another
blur,
go.
Your preference as
Glad
well.
to
Turn
hear
this
it.
off if you'd like a tiny gain in FPS, but definitely turn it off if you struggle with motion sickness. Depth of
Crescendo.
Accio. Leviosa.
Bakit panig dalaw?
Care to go again?
I'll give it another go.
Glad to hear it.
Ano ilipat araw ang putik? Hindi mo na ako mag-iingat.
Protego. Accio. Leviosa. That's all you've got? Accio.
You're better than that. Leviosa.
Levioso.
Fringo.
Accio. Protego. Levioso. Accio.
What's a duel?
Yeah.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignments all fit.
Seems I'm out of the tournament thanks to you.
You could have gone a bit easier on me. Perhaps I should stick to potions.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you, and that...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work. Just in the classroom before you go.
Incendio.
I've set up a few targets for you.
Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Incendio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
on. Microsoft, menu reader, menu reader,
Camera shape, menu reader voice,
menu reader volume. Microsoft, menu reader.
Professor Weasley must be exhausted doing her job as well as the headmaster's. We're lucky to have her.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Might some kind soul help me?
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small, project.
Lagi ba naitirin ako?
If only a new student. Showing off as a model.
Sebastian, there you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos.